any day now. I will hear you say goodbye, my love. Yes, you will. And you'll be on your way. Oh, my wild, beautiful bird, you would have flown any day now. Love will let me down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Any day now. When your restless heart wants to go, oh, now, to my sad surprise, then the blue shadows will fall all over town. Oh, any day now, love will let me down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, my wild, beautiful bird, you would have flown any day now. I'll be all alone. I know I shouldn't want to keep you if you don't want to stay until you're gone forever. I'll be holding on for dear life, holding you this way, begging you to stay any day now. Where the struck tracks go, you call it off. Yes, you will. And then my tears will flow. Oh, my wild, beautiful bird, you would have flown any day now. Love will let me down. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't fly away, my beautiful bird. No, no. Live from the Brooklyn Cafe in Boca Raton, Florida.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the end of the week.
Phew, what
It's
a week.
Friday.
Phew. It's hot.
Huh? No,
It's hot.
Kind of cool. I got the fan on me.
Welcome to my world.
You know who's in the house with that?
I got a lot of women
can
my
never.
age in the house, and all I can tell you is it's hot in here.
I gotta
That's
tell
all
you,
I
these
can tell
women
you.
in your age, they're making it a little warm in here.
See, it's,
They're too warm.
I know, but look, you got a lot of male camaraderie joining you today.
Male what?
You got two Dawns in the house, and apparently Shelley has a singer named Dawn. So it is the new awakening of a Friday.
It's the new Dawn Friday.
It is the new Dawn Friday. I feel so sorry for you today.
We got a lot of producers in the house.
We got a lot of things in the house
we
today.
should make fun of
Katie, Texas.
Texas. Texas says, where are you hiding?
So here's
Relax,
our carve out.
take it easy.
Our show is run about 95% on interns from our local universities and abroad, and we are on a summer internship news schedule. So our newsletter just went out today. You can find it on our Cafe Press that just went out early this morning, and it's Meet Our Summer Crew. So as always, we say bear with us because this is a full teaching facility as well as a full production house. So we got roller skates on, we got rocking and rolling. It all starts with you today with Eileen Lemelman, and we've had a great show. That was the music of Shelly Brill without Dawn. But if he wants to borrow a Dawn, I'm sure he could borrow a Dawn for a few moments. We've got the magic of Shimshi today. We've got Tense with us. We've got Shelly, we've got Eileen, we've got Patty Shotwell talking Medicare, and apparently you should not buy from those famous people on TV like we learned yesterday from Paul. So that was reconfirmed today.
Well, I got to tell you, I am buying a book so you can tell me.
I told you.
No. When they walk in, you can't tell me when
I
they're
told you
walking
this
in.
morning.
Guess who's on the show? You got to get the NDI, got to get this, send me shows. No, you didn't tell me none of this. None of this. The only person that I knew that was going to be here today was the singer and her. That's it.
Well, meet Shimshi, meet Janelle, and meet Shelly Brill.
So we're going to make this work today. So
We got a lot
I'm
to
gonna
do.
follow your lead because you got a lot of people.
So I think Shelly's going to hang with us for a little bit. So I'm going to take this over to our magic because our magician has recently moved here from Vegas. They've got a great story. This is the magic of Shimshi in the house.
Can you make her disappear?
Apparently he can. So we're going to head over to our camera. Texas, you're on point. So we're going to
Alright,
see
let's do
what
that. Let's see
Shimshi's
what
got
we got
going. He
going
is
on.
on 5, you guys. So welcome. We've got Janelle and Shimshi, but you're going to hang with us for a little bit. So we're going to talk about the tailored tent later. Wait till you see these tents. You can have a party in a tent.
Can I get a tent outside
Yes.
with air conditioning?
Yes, that's
And a
what she
floor?
does.
I know she does. She was here before.
I don't think so, but we've chatted before.
I
feel
know
like
you from someplace. Either here, iHeart, Delray,
Vegas,
or WNN.
maybe Vegas.
It's all an illusion.
Is that what it is? It could be Vegas because I lost my shirt there. I know her. I'm telling you. I never forget her face.
Really? That's what I said about Adrian back there. I've met her as well. Woohoo.
All right, so
All
let's
right, so
kick
we've
it
got
off.
Shimshi in the house. Welcome to our studio, you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about you.
I am the husband of Janelle. I grew up in Israel and moved to Las Vegas from Israel, just pursuing the dream of being a magician. Yeah, I know, from the Holy Land to Sin City. I know, it doesn't make sense.
Wow.
I know, it's a big contrast. But now I'm here, so I love it. We actually met in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I hear you have a
and-
great story.
Yeah, we do.
You want to share it?
Sure. So we actually met at the airport. We were both just moved to Vegas, and we were flying back to LA. And I went to a photo shoot, so I had like this big trophy with me, like looks like a world, like a World Soccer trophy. And so I spotted her at the airport boarding area, and I just put the trophy like between us, and and ignored her. That was my move. And yeah, and then she asked, "Oh, what's the trophy for?"
Nice.
You did the trophy move.
I did the trophy move.
I ain't seen that in
You
a
know?
while.
If I ever get divorced, I got the move. It's the move. But no, we've been together for 18 years. So when she asked me what's the trophy for, I was really thinking, in my head, don't say lover of the year. Don't say lover of the year. It's like, it's a good joke, but it's not gonna work. Ease into it. She gotta ease into your humor. And I told her I'm a magician, and she thought, what? She thought I was a soccer player. And then our plane got delayed, so we got a chance to talk for, like 3 hours, which was the only time that, plane delayed was good. And yeah, it was kind of like love at first sight.
And you've been doing magic since you were a kid
Since I was 12 years old, yep.
in Israel.
In Israel, yeah.
How's it been to follow your dream and your passion? Because if you've been doing this since you're 12, and this is now your career from Vegas and everything, that's pretty remarkable.
Every time I'm thinking about having an actual job, I'm so grateful. So I never had a real job, but you know how it is. You don't work 9 to 5, you work 24/7. So, but when you love it, it's awesome. And yeah, so I absolutely love it. And we've known each other for 18 years now, and she's been dabbing with different passions, and finally, in the past 2 years, she found something she really, really loves, which is like the tent, which is the first time she did the tents over here in somebody's, and I was just kind of there to help out. And the people's reaction when they walked into the tent, I gotta say, I was a little jealous. It was bigger than. They were like, "Wow, how do you know?" It's like she did a magic trick. It really was incredible. Like the pictures, Instagram, it doesn't do it justice. When people walk in, it really is like, people expect it to be, okay, it's a tent, but when you walk in, one of the last girls said it was like, it looks like it's from a magazine, and so yeah, it's really fun, finding our passions and do what we love.
Got some magic for us today?
I do, yes.
All right.
But I prefer not to show it to her because, she doesn't like it that much. But can I do it to somebody else?
Sure. Dawn?
Yeah? You look really skeptical.
Me? Oh, Freddie?
Yeah, I want to choose him.
No.
I like he's too skeptical.
He's too skeptical. All right, we're gonna swap out. We're gonna put Dawn in the seat. Dawn, you got
Your
a
name
mic
is
over
Dawn?
there. Yep.
Another dawn.
Are you going to disappear?
Another Dawn.
Oh, you don't want me to disappear. That'd be no fun.
So are we switching between cameras? They can see you as well, or how does that work?
We
We
can
can.
do that, or
They
we
can-
can keep it on you. What do you want to do?
Well, I wanted to give this to you, Freddie. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
We'll get to that in a second.
Is there money?
All right, let's give us a two-shot, you
No
guys.
money.
Let's go back to the two.
There you
Don't
go.
open it. It's a surprise. Okay.
It's a surprise.
It's a
Yeah,
fingernail.
there's just something in there. We'll get to that.
There's a
in a second.
fingernail here.
Put it in your front pocket. Put it in your front pocket. And did you bring cards at all?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, I
in
guess
her
we'll
front
use mine. It's okay. All right. Before I do anything, though, I want to make sure you can see cards all different.
Yep.
Nothing tricky about it. Yes.
Right.
And will you just grab anyone? Doesn't matter.
You want me to grab this?
All right. Tough crowd. I'm used to performing a lot of drunk people. It's a lot easier.
It's just a freaking riot here.
Take the cards. Make sure there's nothing tricky about it. Make sure there's no magnets, nothing. And then take one for yourself in your own hand and give me the rest. But don't let me see it. Is that fair?
There.
Okay, good.
Slippery.
They are. They're brand new. I can afford it. So just look at it. Show it to the camera. I'll close my eyes. Not that it matters. I know what it is already, but to pretend. Just yeah, you got it. All right. As I go through the cards, just say stop.
Stop.
Now here's the thing. We've all seen magicians find cards before.
Right, because
That's
they
why.
don't put it all in or whatever.
Because they what?
They don't slide it all the way in or something.
There's different tricks.
Okay.
But it's not about what the card is. We've all seen that before. So I'm going to show you something you haven't seen.
Okay.
You check the cards, it's important, but also you guys have seen, I just walked over here. Some people think I rigged the table, so you pick the spot at the table right here.
Yeah.
Will you be able to see that from above,
Yes.
or can you see
No,
this?
we're right on you.
Not exactly.
Shrink it a little bit.
It's a little tricky.
Perfect, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
just,
we're moving it to here.
You know
Yeah,
what?
stay
Let me
right
put
there,
it
stay
on
right
top
there.
of the cup. There's
There you go.
nothing here. It's just water.
Water.
Yes. Yeah. You want to taste? Make sure it's real.
Okay.
No. Okay. All right.
You
Put
want
it
to
right here.
taste.
Can you see it there?
Yes.
Not so much. All
Zoom
right.
in.
It's going to be great in studio. Could you maybe lift it? It might be a little rocky, but maybe lift the whole. No, it's fine.
You want me to
Don't
leave?
move. You're talking to the mic.
I'm usually pretty loud.
Katie.
Wanna
Could you
lift
maybe
it?
just
Wanna
like
go
lift
Katie,
it for a
just hold
second?
it
I know
up
it's not
on
going to be as
Just
steady,
bring
but
it
at
up.
least they'll be
Just
able to
stand up
see
with
it.
Stand
No,
up
just
with
hold it.
I should have
Put it in your
seen
hands.
that coming in the beginning. I would have done something else, but
Just stand up with it.
hey, yeah, just stand up with it. There you go. Perfect. All right, good. Perfect. I just want to make sure people can see. Thank you so much. All right, good. And nothing in my hands? Yeah? You can check?
Nothing in your
You can
hands.
check?
Yeah.
All right, COVID, I guess. All right, cool. Watch the cards. Watch. You're doing perfect. This. Look, can you see my shadow over the cards?
Yes.
I'm going to try to move the cards with my shadow.
I see two shadows. What the
Shut
hell?
up. Holy crap!
I told you to step up. So would you want me to use this shadow? I use this shadow as well.
You see that? He has two shadows.
Or actually, no shadows. Watch.
How'd you do that?
Shut the
Oh!
Is that it?
Whoa!
I dropped the mic, but I know they're expensive.
Yes, you own
We're
it.
adding
Technically,
to
I
Bill.
dropped the mic.
Oh,
but,
you
no, I'm kidding. You're awesome. I should hire you every single
yeah,
event
I'm
that I go
really
to.
good.
Okay, you can go back and do this.
That was-
No, Don, stay. You're here.
Holy
Um,
smokes! Did you see that?
That
and-
is crazy.
Two.
Was
he
this
has
the
two
right card, by the
shadows.
way?
Yes.
Two shadows. And how'd you?
I was just gonna say, even if that's the wrong card, it's still pretty good. But
Pretty good. Forget about the card.
Holy,
I
That just
appreciate
made
it.
it better.
But look, instead of taking a card out, I want you just to look at the cards and just kind of see one card in there. Not the first one, but just remember one card.
Okay.
You see? No, from the deck.
Oh.
Did you see one? Just remember one card.
Okay.
You got one?
Got it.
You're thinking of a red card. Is that correct?
Yes.
I see hearts, but it's not heart. It's something that you love. It's diamonds, yes? Yes?
Brother.
Now you're just thinking about it. You didn't take it out. You didn't tell it to anybody.
No.
Could you open your hand for me? One card is over here. Hold it like this. Put your thumb. You haven't seen it yet. No.
No.
And again, you didn't take it out. You're just thinking of one card.
Right, right.
For the first time, say your card out loud.
King of diamonds.
The King of Diamonds? Did you change your mind?
Nope.
This is not live, is it?
No. Yes.
I'm kidding.
Yes.
King of Diamonds, you said? Yeah, it's the King of Diamonds.
Oh.
Now, here's the thing. A lot of people think, okay, maybe I can see the reflection from the eyes or
No, how
this.
could you know? They're
Uh,
those cards.
could you bring the deck over here? Do you mind? Could I trouble you to walk or you can't?
Could
Wait
he
a
trouble
minute.
you to get out of your chair?
How'd you do that?
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's the Jewish portion of the show.
Welcome to my tribe.
Welcome to our tribe. I think
There
the
you
whole
go.
Boca, we're
You want me
Pretty
to bring this
much.
over here?
That's good.
It
Yes.
is a large
And you can
sheet.
stay here. But
Are you sure? 'Cause
so I give you this deck in the beginning, correct?
Yes.
Because I'm going to use both of you. One card in here is face up, everything else face down. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Now, to avoid using
Go this way so you can get Freddie in.
to avoid using something that everybody choose, maybe King of Diamonds, you say it's an obvious
Perfect.
card, we'll go by elimination. Okay. So, if you think, actually, we'll start with you.
Okay.
If I were to take out either the number cards or the picture cards, which do you want me to take out first? The numbers or the pictures? All the number
Numbers.
cards?
Yeah.
Numbers? Take them out? Okay, so we're left with jacks, the picture cards. Jacks, queen, and kings. Which do you want? Jacks, queen, or kings?
Kings.
Kings. Now, notice we had King of Diamonds before. Are you sure you want to stay with King? Most guys say kings.
Kings.
Well, hello.
Wow, he's sticking with it. I like it. All right? One card is face up in here. Which king do you want?
King of spades.
Look, in this deck, can you see it? All the cards are facing the exact same way except for
Holy
the King
cow.
of Spades.
Oh my.
I didn't know until I just said it.
I
too.
know. And then if you didn't eliminate the picture, the numbers, and if you didn't choose the kings, I was so sure though you guys are going to end up with this one. You look mad. I'm not sure if you're impressed or.
I am shocked.
Shocked.
I was so sure you're going to pick this
I'm
one.
not even looking at the
I
cards. I'm
put it
looking at
the
your
only
hands.
blue card in the whole deck.
God.
Now, to be honest, some people say, you know what? If you really know it's the King of Spades, why even bring the other cards, right?
Right.
So I was so sure you're going to pick the King of Spades, borderline cocky. I didn't bother to bring any of the other cards. These are all blank cards, every single one of them, except
Wow.
from the King of Spades.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
So thank you for choosing that one. Otherwise, I would have sucked. I really appreciate it. I've tried this one like 51 times. It's the first time that it worked, so I'm really grateful.
So
yes.
how the hell did you know she was going to say the king is? Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
No idea.
Can you imagine if I told
Thank
you he
you
was
so
actually
much.
My
coming
pleasure.
today?
Thank you guys.
Wow.
The beauty of magic.
By the way, my wife's mind is the only one I can't read. I can read everybody else's mind. I'm working on it. I'm getting better, but
Oh my gosh, how fun is that?
That was amazing.
I know. And I think he has to be out of here at 12:30, so
yeah.
So let me ask.
Now,
real
wait.
quick.
What am I going to do right now?
What are you going to do?
disappear.
What are you going to disappear?
That's right.
But I got to
Yeah,
ask you,
Yes.
where did you play in Vegas?
I'm the resident magician at the Wynn, and I still am. I moved over here, but I travel there all the time. So it's not a show for the public, but what they do is they hire me to entertain all their VIPs, all the different events. If they have NBA, they just had a celebrity poker tournament. So I go back and forth all the time. So the Wynn and Encore.
So are you going to be working in Florida, or are you working in Florida as well?
Yeah, I'm doing private and corporate events, so I travel everywhere. But now that people know that I'm here, I'm starting to work more in Florida, which technically I prefer to be not flying because I travel a lot.
So you have a residence in Florida.
Yeah, I live here. Yeah,
You live here.
yeah, we live here now. We moved here during COVID. So
I'm
yeah.
going to tell you, that is amazing.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
funny
you.
because before every show he's a little aggravated with me because I don't tell him who's coming on until the morning of if he's lucky. And then he sits here and he's smiling. He's like, "That was a great show."
No, that's not the reason I get aggravated because I want everybody to be perfect. So I know that when you do this, camera angles are important, singer
Yeah.
angles are important, I got guests, and there's just
A
too
lot
many
of moving
things
parts.
going on. And then
Yeah.
she wants this and that and this and that. But I got to tell
Life
you,
is
that
chaos.
amazing.
We make it work.
Make it
Amazing.
work.
That was
Amazing.
incredible.
Yeah.
Are you going to be doing any gigs in the future?
Yeah, I would think so. That's how I make a living.
No,
so.
I mean, do you have something planned?
Down here.
I do mostly corporate and private. I don't have any shows for the public.
Would you like to do
unfortunately.
something for the public?
Eventually, yes. I just travel a lot and do a lot of corporate events. But yeah, doing something in town would be great. Yeah. I
Do
would
you
love to.
saw people in half and things like that?
I used to in thirds, but you know what? Well, I want it to be original a little bit, but you can see it online. I've done that actually on America's Got Talent before, but you know what? The big illusion shows are kind of like they feel very old.
They're coming back.
Not for me.
You're
They're
so
a lot of
used
work.
to doing it, but you still amaze people.
Yeah.
Look at her. Look at your wife's face.
Yeah.
You amaze people simply when you look in here and everybody
Yeah.
goes,
By the way,
"What the
I
hell
would
just
love to
happened?"
do magic for her. She'll be so impressed, but people would think that she's in on it. But I rarely get a chance to do magic for her, so she's always like, "How did you do that?" So it's
Well,
always
when
fun.
You know, you've seen so much of it, so
Hold your
you
mic, honey.
think you know. You think you know, and then you're like, wait a second, are you kidding me right now? Because I know things, but
It's
he
still
still
amazing to you.
Yes, he still surprises me
Wow,
regularly.
That's a
Imagine how much
compliment.
fun that must be to be married like that,
And every day he gets to try a different trick on you.
right? It's gotta
Can
be
you
so
imagine
much
coming
fun.
home? Do you see me, hon?
Does your daughter like magic?
Not really. She's into tattooing now.
She's like,
She's
this is what
16.
This is what Dad does. Look at her. She goes, oh, here we go.
I know.
That's amazing.
Maybe my first tattoo will be by her. We'll see.
I
Oh, she
love.
does the tattooing?
No, not yet. Well,
You're gonna be the
Janelle's like,
first.
let's
"Oh,
change
no."
the subject.
Please.
That's amazing.
Dad doesn't
All right, we're going to go to commercial break. That is the great Shimshi joining us. Thank you
Wow.
so much for
Thank you,
joining
guys.
us. More to
That's
come.
amazing.
Thank you.
We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, we've got the music of Shelley Brill. We got a full house set up for you today, so stay tuned. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, as we kick off our Memorial Day weekend. We'll be right back.
Breathing through my troubles, trying to be smart, living with another, passion in my heart, partners come and go, always with a twirl.
Providing music you will enjoy. JM Production performers will brighten up your stage. Condominiums and residential communities, nightclubs and restaurants that want to provide top quality singers and entertainers for their social events, banquets, celebrations, and their customers use JM Productions to ensure that they have an uplifting and beautiful event. Now, tune in for the show.
Dancing for my life.
Amy Reshevsky can help you choose the right piece that will add some magic to your space. Amy Reshevsky has a wide range of art, from abstracts to mosaic tapestries, and she paints on different surfaces, such as reverse painting on glass, tables, wall hangings, and sculptures. Her work can be ordered online at amyreshevsky.com, or you can come in and see it in real time at the Brooklyn Cafe Art Gallery. She also does commission work, so if you have an idea in mind, she can make it a reality. She invites you to reach out to her at Facebook or at email at amyreshevsky@gmail.com. That's amyreshevsky@gmail.com. Have an artful day. Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
WEMP World. WEMP, the Women's Empowerment Token's mission is to support and empower women globally while providing a platform to educate women in the cryptocurrency market. Every transaction made through WEMP Token will support the WEMP Charity Wallet and women entrepreneurs. WEMP is here to stay. For more information, visit wemp.world. That's WEMP, WEMP.world.
Cool, calm, collected. Needing a drink to end a long day, or maybe to start your vacation right? Gubba Rum is here to let you kick back and do just that. inspired by a technique that dates back to the 1800s. These artisanal, organic, and naturally infused rums are made from pure cane and the finest fruits, spices, and herbs the world has to offer. Gubba Silver is infused with naturally shredded coconut, and Gubba Gold is infused with real vanilla bean. Simply shake and enjoy. Visit gubbarum.com to find the nearest location to buy or enjoy. All establishments have personally reviewed and enjoyed firsthand the wicked smoothness of Gubba Rum. 35% ABV and 70 proof. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Yes, sir, I'm Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. When I play the maracas, I go chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom. Yes, sir, I'm Cuban Pete. I'm the king of my native street. When I start to dance, everyone go chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom. The senoritas, they swing and they dance, very, very nice. So full of spice. And when they dancing, they bring a happy dream to me. All day long, singing a song. So if you like the beat, take a lesson from Cuban Pete. I'll teach you the chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom. Si, señorita, I know when I chick, chicky, boom, it's very nice. So full of spice. If you would just give me your hand and let me put my hand around your waist, we will try, just you and I. So if you like the beat, take a lesson from Cuban Pete. I'll teach you chick, chick, boom, chick, chicky, boom, chick, chicky, boom. See ya!
Very nice.
The music of Shelly Brill. All right, we got a lot going on. We should talk to Shelly while we have a
Yes,
moment.
Absolutely.
Let's give him. Does he have a mic over there, Josh? All right, let's have a little.
Let's set him up.
Set him up on mic and see what's going on. How you like today going so far? You ready
Not
for
a
your
moving
weekend?
parts. I'm exhausted. I feel like Eileen Lieberman when she does her show. She's exhausted.
I got to tell you, it was funny when Shimshi says to you, "You want to get up out of your chair?"
No, I didn't. I didn't want to get up.
She's laughing because
What do
I
I-
say that to him all the time. Like you see, I run around like a crazy person, and he sits there. Meanwhile, the show keeps going on, and Shimshi says, "You gonna get out of your chair?" And you looked at him like,
Do I got it?
Do I have
throw the cards at her. But that was amazing.
It was amazing how he picked up on that so
First
fast.
of all, she has me doing something over there, and then doing something over there.
But you do it
and then
without moving.
something over there. And I said to her, I can't do this if I'm over there. So I said, which one do you want? It's a good thing that my son is
And
here
I
today.
said, like, the quintessential person I am, all of it. It's all good. All right, we're going to
Quintessential
talk
person
to Shelly Brill, see how
Yes.
what he's been doing. We've met Shelly, and actually JM Productions was hoping to be here to meet you, Jeffrey Weinstein, but he had a complication, so we'll have to make that connection later on. So welcome to our studio.
What's that?
Welcome.
To be here, this is definitely an honor. I used to work down the street from here years ago, and there used to be a music shop right here on Boca Raton Boulevard, and I used to work there, and I used to book groups, sending them all over town, and had quite a few gigs myself. And it's really great to be here. This is great an honor, and I'm really enjoying this.
Now, I understand you have a couple of bands.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you about those bands. Well, one group in particular that I'm with is the Fabulons. And the Fabulons, we've been together 37 years, and we were a top act here in South Florida, did all the concert circus, played all over Delray Jazz Night on Thursday nights back in the day, and a lot of different clubs. And and the other group is Shelley Brill and the Sound Stations. That's my latest venue that I'm doing right now. That's my latest band, and we play different supper clubs, restaurants, concerts, and I also do what you see is my singles show.
I think I saw you're going to be at Our Place, correct?
Our Place on June 9th from 7 to 10. I'll be performing, and it's going to be a wonderful evening. I'd like to invite all your viewers to come on out. It's a fabulous place. It's very, very intimate and friendly, and they have great food, and service is impeccable.
They get a lot of great gigs there.
That's Our Place 2. Now, we were with them when it was Our Place 1. Now it's 2.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they sold it. They have new owners and everything else. We were there when the kitchen and the bar was inside. Chuck came, Linda came, and we sat in there, and we were trying to do a
They
Latin
changed
night.
it around?
And they brought in new owners, and everything's changed. You saw the Dixie Chicks were there, and he's going to
The
be
Rhythm
there.
Chicks, right?
The Rhythm, Dixie,
Them too?
Rhythm, all
Well,
them,
same thing.
all those. It's a great venue. It's a nice place.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
they keeping you on the outside, or are you going to be on the inside?
I'm going to be on the inside.
Oh, yes, because it's getting a little warm.
Yeah, it's a bit warm out there. They have different types of entertainers all during the week. I'll be doing my variety act every week, anything from the 70s up until 2022. Do everything. A mixture of all kinds of songs, from doo-wop, standards, R&B, a lot of R&B, a lot of disco, and the latest songs that are out there right now. And I also have a duo called the Scat Cats. We just do.
That's probably awesome.
Yeah, that's jazz and blues, and we play nice little venues.
You could put that in your show, Missy.
Yeah.
The Scat
little
Cats would be
Scat
very
Cats.
cool.
Little
Yeah.
jazz. You put on your shades.
So you've got 3 different bands, and depending on where your venue is who you go with.
Well, the first booking I get, I go with that.
She's shaking her head back there.
Yeah.
Adrian says, whatever moves the flags.
Now,
let's just get
I've
going."
met her someplace. I think we met her at our old studio up in Delray, somehow, some way. Don't you remember meeting her? No, you know Janelle from somewhere.
Janelle from somewhere.
I know Adrian from somewhere, and
We meet a lot of people.
I think we meet a lot of people. We've had like over 9,000 check-ins.
I know. It's kind of scary.
I know, right?
It's kind of scary. Now, which is your favorite? Now that you got 400 bands, you've been all over the world, you've been doing everything. Which is your favorite music?
My favorite music would be soul music, R&B. I love doing, it's hard to say because I love doing it all, and I'm very fortunate I'm able to do a wide variety of different styling. I did not mention that I was with 2 recording acts that we travel the country and abroad. The first group was when I was very young. I was in my 20s, and I toured with a group called the Four Coins. Now, they had a hit back in 1957 called Shangri-La.
I remember that.
And there was a lot of, cover groups that, did this song, like the Letterman did it, and there was a theme song for Reggie Van Gleason, for Jackie Gleason on his show. In fact, we sang a live remote to Frankie Fontaine, who was Crazy Guggenheim. I don't know if you remember the character. Well, anyway, he was very sick, and he was on his last, in the hospital, and we had a remote going to his hospital room because the owner of the club was a personal friend of his, and we sang Shangri-La to him, and he cried. It
That
was
song
beautiful.
was put in a lot of different movies.
Yes, he was. Frankie Fontaine was in a lot of different movies.
You love
And I was
this.
also with the Mystics. That's doo-wop. They're very popular. They did
Mystics,
Hushabye, White Cliffs of Dover,
Wow.
and some other ones also.
You've always been in the entertainment field?
I'm sorry?
Have you always been in the entertainment field?
Always been in the entertainment. Well, I was in the banking business at one point, and then I bumped into a friend of mine in Brooklyn, and he says, Shelley, if you're half as good as you were in high school, here's a phone number, give him a call. And what this particular place was, it was a management musical place with agent management, and you auditioned. What they had, they put together show bands what the show band is, you do different costume changes, and you do the Beach Boys, you do the Beatles, and you do 2 floor shows and 2 top 40 sets in doing the nightclub lounge circuit, like the Hilton and the Marriott, Holiday Inn. This back in the 70s, so it was really, really nice. And that's what I did. I auditioned, and the rest is history. I said, you know what? If I don't do this, I'm going to kick myself when I'm this age. But I'm really glad I made that decision.
How old were you
How old am I now?
then?
Then I was 24.
So you totally changed your career, and here you are.
Here I am.
Pretty
in Boca Raton,
remarkable.
And still
Florida.
smiling and
Beautiful
having
Boca Raton.
fun.
I had a lot of I met a lot of great big stars, and Dick Clark. We did a show together, and Pat Cooper, the comedian, Harold Melvin on the Blue Notes, sang with us on stage.
By the way,
What?
that's one of his favorites every morning,
Oh, really?
right?
Absolutely.
You should hear him ask Echo to play it in his Bronx accent. Echo says, "We don't have that song."
But they play it.
They say, "But we have something that sounds similar," and they find it.
They play
She
it.
finds it for you.
It's amazing. I love the oldies because that music sort of showed things for music now. I love Latin music. I love the Funniest Stars, the All Stars. When they started, they changed the whole complexion of Latin music to today. I love all that stuff. And so be it WNN Radio that we are affiliated with, the new owner, Vic, owns an oldie station up in West Palm Beach. It's actually 2 FM stations. And they're talking about combining, so we may be having oldies play on Boca Radio as well. And the music is going to be allowed. I won't be restricted on radio anymore to play music. So
Nice.
I love the oldies. I love the bands. I love the entertainers. There's nothing like these guys. These guys, when they bring it, you sort of feel good about yourself and you walk out the door. I mean, you're good at what you do. And I thank you for coming and doing what you do. But
my
I just
pleasure.
love this stuff.
June 9th at our place. Where else are you going to be?
Where else am I going to be? Well, right now, I'm going up to Atlantic City the first week of June, the 5th through the 8th. It's going to be the Northeast Music Awards. So I'll be up there with all the great doo-wop
She's shaking
singers.
her head no.
Excuse me?
She's shaking her head no. East Coast.
What did I say?
Northeast.
Northeast.
Oh, Northeast. It's
Coast.
East Coast
Northeast,
Music Awards. She's
East
right.
Coast.
Yeah.
You know what they say behind
Northeast,
every
Northeast.
successful
Anyway,
man is a
it's going to be in
woman
Atlantic
in your
City.
ear.
We find every successful man is
It's a woman in your
screaming
ear.
Screaming in your ear.
Yeah, well, she's always in my ear.
Yeah.
She
I
doesn't.
bet.
But it feels good. So don't stop, please, Andrea. Yeah.
A wet willy.
I'm in a hurry too.
Oh,
So that's
man,
another
on that
story. That's
note.
another show.
Another show for another day. That might be our after hours
Can
show.
I mention one more place with my band Shelley Brill and the Sound Stations on June 10th? We're going to be up in Lake Worth, West Palm Beach area, a place called Mel's Way Bistro. It's at the Poinciana Country Club. It's open to the public, and it's a beautiful supper club. And we're going to be performing. I'm with a beautiful young lady and a fabulous backup band, and we play it all.
I
More
love it.
60s.
Maybe the next time when we have you in there, I'll talk to her. Maybe we'll bring some of the other band members that you have.
Okay.
And we have some fun with that.
He has a co-singer, Dawn, and we can bring him the book,
Yeah,
and we
all
can
of
have
them.
all the Dawns.
Yeah, have all the Dawns. Like we did that one time with the 8 Dawns.
I know.
But you can bring in the bands. You have some fun with this, with the music and the throwbacks and everything else. I think there'll be a whole lot of creativity going on with that.
Should we have? You want to do another one and take us out to commercial break?
Sure.
That would be awesome. Let's set up Shelley, and we'll do another song to take us out to break, which will be a whole lot of fun.
Now, I got to tell you, I'm really intrigued
Bye.
because she said something.
Janelle or Eileen?
Janelle.
Yeah.
She said something when she was sitting over there.
What did she say?
She sees things.
Uh-oh.
And it's very strange because sometimes when you're looking out in one direction, something else is looking in that direction. So I really want to get to that interview because I'm really how do you say? what's the word?
Intrigued?
Yeah. Yeah.
Intrigued?
Yeah.
The
a little
magic
bit.
intrigued?
Yeah. No. No.
Nearly as entertaining as.
No.
I think you are.
but
I'm really
you
excited about
are.
the tents,
There's something over there going on.
We're going to
Something
learn
going
about
on
the
over
Taylor
there.
tent. We're going to have Shelley.
That's one thing. I'm talking about
I
over
know
there.
you
She
are.
sees things, and that's what I'm in. I'm a little awe in this thing.
So a lot of good stuff. All right, we're going to open up on Shelly. He's going to take us out to a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to Janelle, the Taylor Tent, and Eileen Lemelman. It all starts with you. We've got Steve Gubb joining us. We still have a full day show packed for you. So Shelly's going to take us on out.
Do your thing.
Jackie Wilson.
Your love lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. You keep me up, you quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. You know your love keep on lifting me, keep on higher and higher. You know your love your love is lifting me higher and higher. Listen, now once I was downhearted. Disappointment was my closest friend. But then you came and soon departed, and it's never showed its face again. Let me take your love, keep on lifting me, keep on lifting me higher and higher. You know you love, keep on. Your love is lifting me higher and higher. All right, hold on. Woo! I'm so glad I finally found you. Yes, you're that one in a million, girl. And with my loving arms around you, honey, I can stand up and face the world. That's why you love keep on lifting me, lifting me higher and higher. You know you love lifting me higher and higher. Come on, lifting, come on, baby, mama, baby, come on now, baby, come on, skip the bop, come on home, I'm taking you home tonight, 'cause your love lifting, your love is lifting me higher, just a little bit high, come on, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 whoa,
Creative, enchanting, whimsical, artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions, expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay. Her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444. We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats,
And special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping! Are you ready to relax and unwind? Come visit the Spa Facial on Ocean Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale Beach. We offer facial therapy, body treatments, waxing, men's spa treatments, and so much more. Our spa services are a great way to take a step back from the bustle of everyday life. Come take a break with us. We guarantee our all-natural products will bring you to pure tranquility. Call us today at 954-213-5034 or visit our website, thespafacial.info.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows? Wherever this glorious day takes us, and we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do. Baby, hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Bit of a lunch break when we went to commercial break. I know it's 1 o'clock. We are rolling into our 1 o'clock hour of the Brooklyn Cafe Show on this Friday before Memorial Day. We have a great treat for you. I've got a little bit of a sneak peek because I've realized that we can't give you things early. When you got engaged, did you hold Michelle's ring or did you give it to her like right then? Or did you wait for that magical moment and say, here? Because I've realized that we have an amazing gift that Bailey put together for Memorial Day. And you put it out yesterday. It's not Memorial Day. So I was thinking.
I put it out?
Yes. Do you know you did that? No. You didn't put the GIF out? You know what a GIF is?
No. What's the gift?
So if you can find what Freddie put out a day early, give us a call and you will win a free bag of Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee.
Does anybody know what the hell she's talking about?
888-994-4995. She's laughing back there because she knows.
Do you know what she's talking about? Nobody knows, right? What are you saying yes for?
She's hysterical. So Bailey made this amazing GIF, but I can't tell you what it is, a GIF, because then it'll give it away. If you can find this GIF that went out on Thursday before Memorial Day weekend to get your Memorial Day weekend off, give us a call and win a free bag of coffee.
888.
Do you know what I'm talking? No, 888.
994-4995 Studio A. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
See, Shelley, I tell you, behind every successful man is a woman in his ear going, nope.
This is Squishy Fish.
Nope.
A woman.
Keep
Squishy
going,
fish.
Squishy Fish.
What did I put out?
It's the GIF.
You know what she's talking about?
You know what a GIF is? It's a GIF. It's you pulling something out of your pocket.
Out of my what?
Pocket. You go like this. I can't tell everyone because I want them to find it and call in. Anyway, let's head on over to
What
camera 2.
the hell are you drinking?
Nothing yet, because we're waiting for Steve to start our Gubba Memorial Day weekend.
All right, let's go to camera 2. I know what I did.
We've got Janelle Shimshi joining us of the Taylor Tent. We've got Eileen Lemelman with us. I sent you guys over a few pictures of the Taylor Tent, so while they're looking for those, let's say hello to Eileen Lemelman.
Hello.
It all starts with you.
Yes, it does. It
What-
always does. Everything starts with you.
What a great show you had today.
Thank you. Yes, I thought it was very educational, informative. So many people have no idea where to start with the Medicare kind of thing. What, you know, when you start and what it's all about. And I really think she really she broke it down. So it was very understandable.
Do you feel like as you move on to different stages in your life, you want to touch on different topics? Because your
Absolutely.
community is with you.
That's right. You know, I love to be involved in all different communities and all different generations and all different points in life. I love that. First of all, that keeps you young, right? But of course, my target audience right now is more of a midlife woman who is facing certain kinds of issues or needs some help with things, like, for example, financial advising as well as Medicare.
Which I thought was great. And she said a lot of the same things that Paul had touched on yesterday. When you're signing up for Medicare, just make sure you're not just signing up because you see someone famous on TV. Make sure that you talk to someone who really has your best interests at heart. And if it's for your parents, make sure they don't just sign up because they saw somebody famous that they liked on TV, because that's the nature of advertising, but that's not necessarily the best plan for everybody.
No, I mean, you have to really, I think that there are certain times when you can reach out to certain ads on the TV, and it's not going to really make a whole heck of a lot of difference. But with this situation, with Medicare, with your health care, with really picking the right plan, you need someone who has your best interest at heart and who's going to hold your hand and take you through the process. It can be very complicated. And so you want somebody who's going to be kind and patient and take you through everything so that you make the best choice for yourself.
But it was a great show. And not only was it a great show, we are so proud of you because your show is probably one of our fastest growing shows, probably one of the biggest shows that we have besides fastest growing, that you and I have ever really worked on together.
It's true, and it's affecting other people's way of thinking. We had people who came in to watch the show, watch your work. It's different than when you first started, you know, and there was nobody in here that wanted to learn. And all of a sudden people are coming in here and they're learning, they're taking notes, they're asking me a million questions. You got to keep growing and going, as they say.
I love it. I love it. First of all, I think it's so important. What I do is very important, but I also think supporting others is very important too. And if I can inspire, if I can encourage, if I can help somebody to either really fulfill their dreams or fulfill their passion, if I can help them in any way, I'm more than happy to do that. Because when they succeed, guess what? Their vibration is high and it elevates my vibration.
Good stuff.
You know, the show you did Monday on WNN for Tell Us Your Biz was a whole different kind of show than you normally do here. And I was really impressed. I don't know how you felt, because I haven't even talked to you since Monday.
I told her I was impressed.
But I was so impressed because it was a different take. It was really more about your journey, which I like because people want to get to know you and your journey and how you have these two grandmas as these great power figures in your life. And they were totally different of inspiration.
Very different influences, and they were very different in the way they approached life. I mean, one was tremendous, you know, all about being the result of depression, and she had to really support her family, and she did. She got out there and she created a beauty salon in her kitchen initially, and then opened her own little shop in Brooklyn, and she was a tough little lady, 4'10", and tough, and she supported her family. On the other hand, I had this other grandma who was really lived a much more advantaged life. My grandfather was on Wall Street and was one of the very successful brokers on Wall Street during the Depression.
Wow.
And so, you know, my mother grew up at a time when everybody was struggling. She had a maid and, you know, a car and a radio, and she lived a very advantaged life. Two very different grandmas, two very different lives, but each one touched me and really showed me lessons about life. One, you know, about having meaning and purpose in life, and the other one unfortunately died way too young and influenced our family in a very different way.
It's so interesting because this week, we always talk about God and the universe and energy, but we never really talk about grandmas and our ancestors. But this week, all of that has come forward between you and Rose was here and Miriam was here and ancestors, and you just know there's a greater message. This one's still looking through me, but that's okay. That's a whole, we'll get to her interview in a minute. But a whole different take on it. That what Rose said, we're never alone.
True. What I found astounding about Tuesday is that we set this interview up a couple of days before, and we went in with one plan, and then we switched it on her. I mean,
We switched it in the morning.
Yeah, we switched it in the morning. We threw her a curveball. I said, no, we don't want you to do that. We want you to do this. And if you understand her journey, it's the delivery of what she was going to say that I wanted to capture. I wanted to see where she was on her timeline by giving her something and do it. And she said, I'm doing what? And I said, you're just going to do it. And then she got into this zone, and you could see it. And all of a sudden, she went from wondering, is this what I'm going to do, and to this, and then your delivery was fantastic. And even everybody who was in the room, Jordana says, wow, that was good.
It was great.
And it was a whole different level of what I saw on Fridays, talking about your journey. And it was the art of putting it out, which is what amazed me more
Well,
than
you
anything
know,
else.
I was very scared to do that. And I was like, can I ask this one to come on? Can I ask this one to come on? And you did support me and encourage me, and you said, no, I think this time you should go on yourself. And I had to, you know, step into that adult skin. I had to step into a different skin. And I had to really, which is fine, because that's sort of the path that I'm taking now, is becoming more of a speaker. And so it really was a great experience. And I think that, like you said, when you get in the zone, people, you know, you don't even have to think. It just comes out.
Just
of you.
happens.
You were talking.
And you took a commercial break on that show. You were in control. I like to call, get into your own skin. Your husband is an entertainer, and he must entertain in front of millions of people by now. And he's in his own skin. He's comfortable. He's in control. He has stage presence. And in this business, that's the hurdle, is to get to that point. And then you'll be able to come in and out of character. You could be having a bad day and those lights go on, and you know what? Welcome to the show and everything. I was impressed on how far you've come. And I see things differently than what Dawn sees and what you see. I was impressed with the fact that you handle it. I almost missed the mark to end the show because I was just so fascinated with what you were talking about. And it's not the elements about grandma, it's none of that. It's the way you explain the story, the way you put it out there. And everybody started to lean in. And when they're leaning in, you got them. It's like the magician, you know, you lean in, you're looking at his hands, you look, boy, this guy is either fast or I got to go see the eye doctor. Because I could have sworn I saw 2 arms. It was amazing.
You never know.
Well, you know, Freddie, you're talking about the know, trust, and like factor, right? So everybody knows you now because you're on the screen every day. You know, you start sharing different things about yourself. You're vulnerable. Sometimes you make mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, that's the trust factor. And then the likability factor. So once you got that, right? I mean, you taught me that.
No, I didn't tell you that. I didn't teach you that. You always had that. All I did was turn the volume up, and you did it. This is your work. I just turned the cameras on and put the angle and say go, and you've gone from here to I don't know where, and people are beginning to notice and say, I want to be just like Mike. I want to be just like her.
It was great. And what I really loved is when you talked about your mom.
Well, yes.
And you said your
because-
mom lived to die.
Yes.
Instead of living to live.
Well, as I mentioned before, my grandmother died very young, very unexpectedly. She died of a coronary embolism out of nowhere. She was talking to my aunt on the phone, and she just dropped dead. My mother was young, because my mother had children at a very young age. So my mother was very young when her mother died. And so, you know, she had it in her head that she was not going to live to 60, because my grandmother died at 58 years old. And so she basically lived her life waiting to die. She kept saying, I'm never going to make it to 60. I'm never going to make it to 60. And so she never really allowed herself to fully embrace life, because she was always waiting to die. I didn't want that to happen to me in my life. As a matter of fact, at age 60 is when I got going.
I love that. I love that story, right? Janelle's like, hey. I love that story because so much of what we get to do, our demographic, is people in the different stages of life, and they're not in their 20s or 30s, maybe not even in their 40s or later, saying, you know what, our kids are growing up and now it's time to do me. Instead of stopping what you're doing and retiring, people are now doing more of what you're doing.
Absolutely.
That loving to live who you are.
Reframing aging.
I like
We're
that.
reframing aging, because 60, and actually, for me, my life from 60 to where I am now is like the best life that I've had so far. It's like so amazing. And you know what? If I can do it, you can do it. You know what my saying is? It's never too late, and you're never too old to connect to your passions, to your desires, and to your dreams.
And you have an event you're planning in July, I believe, here.
Yes, so I am planning, and we have to lock in a date, but I have the whole panel already agreed upon. We are doing women's health through the ages.
Nice.
We're going to do young women, middle-aged women, and older women. So we're going to deal with pregnancy. We're going to deal with, you know, pelvic floor issues. We're going to deal with menopause issues, all through the ages, and I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
We'll make it on a night that you're not here.
Why?
You want to deal with it?
Yeah, I sit in.
A little estrogen is good for him.
I'll bring Jay Harmon. I got my boys. I bring
You
them
got
in.
your boys. Maybe Shelly will come hang with you also.
Yeah.
Josh will be here too.
We'll
So-
have some brewskis or something.
We're looking to do that in July. I'm
In
thinking
July.
mid-July.
One evening, either a Tuesday or a Thursday evening, probably mid-July. We have to just lock in a date, and then it's good to go.
Sounds awesome.
And then next week, we should probably pick a date so that next week on the show I can start talking
Make the
about
announcement.
All right, we'll do that. It all starts with you. Airs every Friday morning right here at 11 a.m. You can find it on social media, on Facebook, on YouTube, and hopefully maybe more days during the week.
Maybe. You
All
never
right.
know. It's happening.
So let's take
Things are happening.
Things are happening.
No,
Let's
let's
see-
just keep
You
going.
want to keep going to Janelle?
Yes, because you still have Gubba. Let's
I
go to
still
Janelle.
Gubba. All right.
Because I want to hear this story.
Take
I
this
love
over to Janelle Shimshi of the Taylor 10. We've been talking on and off for a while, so I'm glad that you reached back out and said, all right, let's do this.
And I feel like Freddie wants to hear a little bit more than tense right
That's
now.
right. I'll take the tents if I get the more.
So welcome. I got
Thank
to read a
you.
little bit of your story. Freddie has not, so I'm going to let you share your story.
So the Taylor Tent is a very small boutique company, but we go into people's backyards, country clubs, set up these gorgeous bell tents, and completely decorate them, curate them from start to finish, and you can do it for any occasion. It could be a baby shower. It can be a 12-year-old slumber party. It's on a smaller scale, but still anything is doable.
How long have you had this company?
It's going on two years.
Can you guys check on the board for some pictures that she sent? Because they're amazing. It's like glamping.
It's like glamping, but who knew? When I got started, I thought, oh, this will be really cool for, you know, anniversaries who are like on their 10th year and they're like, what am I going to do now for that anniversary? So I thought, okay, we'll set up the bed and all the amenities and just make it really, really intimate and special. But I started getting calls for 12-year-olds to have a birthday party, slumber party in the tent. And I'm like, look, if you want to pay the money, I'm down.
So what was
and
in
it
the
just
tent?
grew from there.
What do you put in the tent for a 12-year-old party?
So we have proper mattresses that go around, depending on how many there are. They have plenty of seating area, lounging area. We can put a table in there. It's limitless, you know, and we'll decorate the whole interior, tons of ambient lighting so that it's a very different feel from, I mean, you think of a tent,
yeah.
but yes.
How big are
Yes, so
How big are these things? Must be
I'm
huge.
going to see if I can help them find them.
You can help them find them?
You got them?
Put them up. How big are these things? They must be tremendous.
Let's put them up, Bree.
So they're about 20 by 20. There's different sizes.
20 by 20 is huge.
And 20-foot circumference.
Wow.
Wow.
So
That's tremendous.
yeah, I would say the biggest tent can hold about 15 people comfortably.
Wow.
Where you're not stacked on top.
That's bigger than
You do
here.
have a little bit of this side wall, and then the tents, of course, start to angle. So you do lose a little bit of that space.
What made you decide to do this?
Saw it on social media, and I'm like, you know what? That looks really cool, and I know I can do that. I didn't even tell my husband. I just started working on it, popped up a website, got the business cards, and I'm like, I'll get some stuff, I'll throw it in the back of the SUV, and off I go, right? Really, I was looking for something to fulfill me at this point.
Well, your
Case in
story's a
hand.
little different because you came from a small town in Texas, and then
I
off
did.
to DC you go.
Yes.
Up to Capitol Hill with
That's
some
right.
amazing job opportunities with you go into.
All right, let's go to commercial break.
All right, we lost everything.
What'd you do? Try to load? No, it's still going. What crashed? Are we still rolling? Rolling. Put a commercial.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical,
Take off the lower
artist
third.
Gina Bella is always creating artwork
see,
based
then
on
you
real
did that.
stories and emotions, expressed through
Tell me
Italian
about
papers,
that.
paints, flowers, metals, and clay. Her
Tell me
feelings
about
and
that. Why is
stories
it that
come
I'm
to
seeing
life.
this? Why?
Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes,
What is it you
family
see?
Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444.
These don't just happen.
We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show.
Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe.
Board. And you gotta look at the elements that are in there. I took out 4 elements. We went from 100 down to 80. You just can't add elements. We've said this a million times. Too many things on that board. Things have to be taken out. Why does Slick still have stuff on there from Christmas? Like the thing her and Alana did. Why is that still in there?
I didn't know it was still in there.
Boards have to be cleaned. Good, so now they can take it and they can edit it and put it together. But she's doing this.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is. Oh, yes, she is. Ask her. It started with her mother.
Who, Janelle? Or Eileen?
Janelle. What do you mean? Janelle. She's gifted. She knows it. She'll tell you. Come back on us, yes. Give us a countdown. Not yet.
No?
Your husband made us disappear.
We just came in here and turned everything
upside down, pretty much.
What are we doing? Blackout. The magicians made us disappear.
Take 2.
Take 2.
Right?
Take 2.
All right, so we're going to piece this show together. We are talking to Janelle Shimshi with the Taylor Tent. You were talking to her
now,
about...
hold on a second. Hold on. This is getting really interesting. So you were there with Congressman who?
Charlie Wilson.
Charlie Wilson was the Congressman of Texas?
He wasn't just the Congressman of Texas. They made a movie about him. He was single-handedly responsible for the Afghans fighting against Russia and winning. So Charlie Wilson's War, Tom Hanks played Charlie.
What year was that?
That was I started working for him in 91.
Okay.
But that had already taken place.
Charlie Rangel was still around.
Charlie Rangel was still
around. Because he was the
around.
head of the Ways and Means Committee.
Oh, yes.
Freddie was there with Charlie Rangel. And then I had a feeling that's where I saw you.
What?
I used to fly to D.C. 2 or 3 times a week.
Really?
Because in the day, you used to get on a plane with the little pass they gave you. And whoop, you used to go. You didn't pay for nothing. Postage was paid for, everything. So I worked for Charlie Rangel for 3 years. And that's where I met you. I must have seen you in Washington.
That is more likely than Las Vegas.
Agreed. Agreed. So the shyness disappeared when you were working for the congressman?
Yes,
and you were a
because
congressional aide?
I was a congressional aide, but I was lucky enough to travel the world with him, really. He was on the Defense Committee.
Defense Committee.
And Intelligence Committee. So I was exposed to a lot. We used to go down to the bottom of the FBI and shoot machine guns. I've been to Norway. We went, because he had all the defense contractors around. So Farnborough, the Olympics in Norway, Paris, Farnborough, Israel.
Wow.
How long did you work for him?
6 years. 6 years.
So you had to be in front of a camera sooner or later.
I am not in front of the camera. I came here.
Talk about tense.
Really, it was hard for me because I am not that comfortable in front of the camera.
Well, you have the tense.
I have
So
the
now that you have the
tents.
tents, you have to be the spokesperson for the tents.
That's right.
But it's a small world. Charlie Rangel and her congressman, it's a small world because they were working hand in hand, if you understand the politics of the day. You had to go to Charlie to get money to do the things that these contractors needed to get done.
That's right.
And Charlie had to sign the checks for the government. I'm going to tell you something. That's an important position. WABC in New York asked Charlie about the Russians because the Cold War was very cold. And he wouldn't take the phone. So he told me, Santori, you deal with it. So I said, nuke him. And he came running out. He says, are you crazy? He started hitting me with a belt. Get out of here. But in those days, that was really, really intense, the way things were going in those days. And I mean, just like it is now.
And Washington was a lot different back
Oh,
then
yes.
too. It's changed so much.
Oh, yes. At least people try to get along in those days. Nowadays, it's like, you know, you're at one party and there's the other party and they go in two different doors. It's just like, you know, who can chew gum the longest? Wow, what a small world. And so you have some other abilities that have let you into the tent business. You see a growth, you see something's going on.
I love what I do. It's a privilege that I don't need to work. I simply started this because I really wanted something creative to do with my time. Our daughter is 16 now. I'm not needed as much. Shimshi's pretty much, you know, taken care of. So I decided I wanted to strike out and do something for myself. So I think that puts me in a much better position as well because the tents require a lot. It takes me 4 hours with 2 other people to set up a tent.
Wow.
So there's a lot of work involved. People don't realize the details that are involved. And it's very time consuming. So I want to be compensated
For doing
for
it.
the amount of time and work that goes into it. Otherwise, you know, why do I need to do that?
Well,
I would
I'm-
rather donate to charity the
Mhm.
tents and go out there and put them up for different occasions than I had to just, you know, barely make it or not make any money. It's not that important.
Well, the important thing is your 16-year-old is always going to need you. That's the first thing. My 25 and my 30-year-old, they still call once in a while. Not as much, they don't want to admit, but they're always going to need you. And it's nice that you found a calling for you. Because in this building, there's a show called It All Starts With You. And isn't it ironic that she's here on the day, that she's sitting right next to the lady
Yep.
who coined that thing
Yes.
for us? And it's
What
important.
she said resonated with me.
Well, and
for
it's,
sure.
and I just got to tell you, we all are buying into this whole thing that's going on. We just need an explanation because, you know, turning out the cameras and the lights and everything else is kind of cool, but sort of do it at the end of the show. But sometimes something comes along and it doesn't need an explanation. It just needs a witness. And this is what we're looking at here today. It's a little bit different. Her sitting there, and I noticed when she was sitting there, and then she went over there. And there's all sorts of stuff going on over here. What's your future going to be like? I know that you have the tent business. Is there something else that you're planning? Bigger, better, more bold and beautiful?
Ultimately, I would just like to be busy. I want to do what I found my passion, and I just want to be busy doing my passion. That's
Gotcha.
all I could ask for.
What
so.
about the tent business fulfills you?
When the client walks in at the very end of that hard day and their mouths are open and whomever it is, it's a feeling I can't even describe. Even my husband, he's used to having all the attention, all of the accolades that come to him. And when he was with me that day, he looked at me and he said, I get it. I get it. So kind of like him whenever he goes on stage. I love the feeling of accomplishment. You get to see what you've been working hard on and what you've created. And then for the client to be in awe and to love and to be overwhelmed by the feeling of that tent.
It's amazing. They were trying to load the pictures, and that's when the
And
system.
also, I think just
You have to look at the picture.
create,
Right
you know,
side of the picture.
envisioning an environment that they want, and then being able to really present it and you know, really give them their vision that they want, and an environment that just transports you to somewhere else. I think that's awesome.
It truly is a lifetime memory, I feel. They will never forget that tent. It
It's a-
really does speak.
How many different tents do you have?
Well,
they
there's 3 different size tents, but you know, obviously the occasions are unlimited. Whatever you can think of. Corporate, you could even go to corporate with
Here
them.
you go. All right, they found them.
Jesus Christ, that's huge.
That's unbelievable.
That is gorgeous.
Oh my gosh, Janelle.
Look at that.
This ain't tents. This is cities.
This is so.
That
at
was an
these.
anniversary party for 8.
Oh,
This is
look.
a 12-year-old birthday party.
Unbelievable.
Now, do you
This is like
custom
chills
make these, or do you own them? Or where did the tents
Wow.
come from?
Yeah, I own the tents. I purchased them. And then all of the interior, I do have a warehouse that holds that I store the interior pieces. But every tent will require more curating so that it's more tailored to that individual, whatever that looks like.
The tailored tent. So it's tailored for your needs.
That's right.
That is, imagine engagements or bridal showers or anniversaries, or it makes me think of, I don't know if you ever read the book The Red Tent, like where all the women would come together. It's
My
a biblical
favorite book.
right? And it goes through all, you just gave me chills.
Oh my God.
And it's about as the lunar cycle would be, the women would all come together on their cycle, and they would all come together in this red tent and support each other and do, stop it, you guys are giving me chills.
I know. I
Right? And they
know.
would come together and support each other and do what women do, because back in the day, women were not allowed to be with men during that time of the month. So they would all come together in this red tent and share their stories and be a community.
You had a woman with that time of the month in a tent. All these women. In
All
a
of the
tent?
women were, well, everyone lived in tent. I mean, if you go back to biblical, where did you live? You lived in tents, is what it was, right? You think
All
back
these
to
women in
Middle
one
East.
tent.
But this was the premise of the book, right, Eileen?
Absolutely.
I
And
wanna
if
get
you-
that
and
book.
You know, if you ever went to college or you ever went to camp, you know that you always get on the same cycle with your friends that you live with.
It's a
So
fact.
it's a fact. It's a fact. and so it makes sense, right?
I gotta tell you, now you're a shrink, right? Remember when you were a kid and you always liked tents? I know I liked
Forts, right?
them. Fort. We used to do the Puerto Rican
Forts, yeah.
tents. Juji was the master tent maker.
My son, too.
Gio has a tent for his son. But do you know, boys love tents
Yes.
because it reminds them of the womb.
Really?
Oh.
It's a true
Interesting.
story.
That's
It's
a
a true
great
story.
analogy.
Boys love it more than girls. Boys are more affected in the womb than girls.
Really?
True story. And the funny thing about it is, as you're talking about tents, I'm flashing through Popham Avenue when Juji used to set up tents. It was me, Juji, and Louis, the 3 cousins. And we had these tents made out of sheets. And it was hot as hell. And we were sweating, and my father used to come and say, "What are you doing? You guys are looking a little wet there." It was hot, but man, we wanted a tent because we lived in concrete jungle. There was no backyard.
It's so amazing. How did people find you?
Obviously, social media.
That's how I guess I found you.
Also through the website, which is thetailoredtent.com. Instagram.
They're amazing.
Facebook. I'm out there.
People rent it for the day or overnight? How does it work?
Overnight, 2 nights,
Whatever they want.
whatever they want. If you wanted, it doesn't, the rates do change the longer you keep it, but if you want it for 2 hours or overnight, it's going to be the same. It's the same amount of work going into it, so.
Do you have tents in your house, like in the backyard?
Well, I live in an HOA, but I also live on the canal, so I have figured out a way, because I love to put the tent up before I ever do the event. so that I can see it visually, how it came together, make sure every little detail is in its place. So I will literally put it up in right there along the canal, which is beautiful because the sun sets there as well. So I get these amazing pictures from the tents.
That's amazing. You know, when I lived in Laurel Hill Terrace in the Heights, we put a tent on the roof.
Oh.
Because you know that roof gets hot, that black tar and stuff. So what we used to do is to put a tent up there, a blue tent. And I just remembered, I forgot all about that. This is even before I knew his mom.
The
And
tents are magical. They
Magic.
They really do evoke a special emotion for people.
When are you setting up the next one in your backyard? I want to come see it.
I want to go.
I will call you, Dawn. I will call you.
I want to
and you
come
can
see it. I want to
over.
come get some
I
film
want to put a
footage of
crew
it.
on it.
I really would love to have you come because Shimshi said it earlier. Photographs do not give you the essence of the tent. It's when you come there and you see it and you walk into it and you're just like, what?
It's so cool.
You
I'd
need to
love-
see it. Yes.
I think we should do this
absolutely.
tent concert.
I
Shirley
think
could
there's
sing
so many great
in
things.
this huge tent.
And I wish Rose were here. I know she's coming, but imagine if she did her show, her Spiritual Alchemist, in a tent, like, and there
With
they go again.
furries, with
the
tons of
sunset or
pillows.
something. I think would be just. You talk about a backdrop for a spiritual show, right? It'd be kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
I know. Oh my gosh. All right, let's take a commercial break. I think Steve Gubb is joining us on the line. So let's get that set up. Bring Steve over. Your son is probably sitting there going, Dad, I told you. Dad, I told you.
Probably.
Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Creative, enchanting, whimsical. Artist Gina Bella is always creating artwork based on real stories and emotions. Expressed through Italian papers, paints, flowers, metals, and clay, her feelings and stories come to life. Complete with glittery diamond dust over paintings and pottery, Gina Bella is always creating new pieces and commissions. You can find her work in staging homes, family Christian bookstores, New Jersey boutiques, and the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery, where she offers personal guided tours of her latest art pieces. Gina can also be found hosting weekend art camps, where she teaches adults and children pottery, painting, and jewelry. For more information on Gina Bella and her art, contact livinglifeartfully@gmail.com or give a call to 954-857-5444. We hope you're enjoying this episode of the Brooklyn Cafe TV show. Whether you enjoy watching in the mornings or afternoons, you can now watch with your favorite merchandise. Choose from the Brooklyn Cafe t-shirts, ranging from sizes small to 3XL. Colors available include black, dark heather, and navy. Feeling chilly? Just check out our latest hoodie with over 9 colors to choose from. Sip on some Brooklyn Cafe coffee with Dawn and Freddie in a matching mug as seen on set. Brooklyn hats and special seasonal items are always popping up and available upon request. To purchase, you can visit our online store at brooklyncafe.tv/shop. Happy shopping! Are you ready to relax and unwind? Come visit the Spa Facial on Ocean Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale Beach. We offer facial therapy, body treatments, waxing, men's spa treatments, and so much more. Our spa services are a great way to take a step back from the bustle of everyday life. Come take a break with us. We guarantee our all-natural products will bring you to pure tranquility. Call us today at 954-213-5034 or visit our website, thespafacial.info.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. I am so glad today we got an early start. Where are we headed anyway?
Who knows? Wherever this glorious day takes us, and we'll take Don Pablo along too. Rich and flavorful with low acidity and notes of caramel. No matter where you're going or where you end up, Don Pablo never disappoints.
Excuse me, Is that Don Pablo coffee?
Sure is.
Do you have any more?
Sure do. Then hop in.
No matter where life takes you, Don Pablo Coffee is always there to pick you up.
Coffee News is a fun, family-friendly weekly publication provided free to restaurants, coffee shops, and waiting areas for customers to enjoy. Grow your business today through the power of effective, affordable advertising. Coffee News is an active marketing medium specializing in the ongoing weekly promotion of your business. This builds awareness for your company so you become known as the leader of your industry and develop brand awareness so people think of you first when they want your services or products. Maximize your visibility and achieve outstanding results. For more information on Coffee News, contact Sunrise Coffee News at mail.com or give them a call at 954-951-7870.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
This portion of today's show is brought to you by Gubba Rum. It's wicked smooth.
And there he is. The
And
man, the
there
myth,
you-
the legend.
And there you are.
The myth.
America's favorite couple.
How you
The
doing, Mr.
stars of
Gubba?
stage. Yeah, well, hello. How are you both?
All right, take it easy there, big boy.
Happy Memorial
Okay.
Day to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We have to figure out a new word for Memorial Day because
Gubba weekend.
it's
A Gubba weekend?
well, Gubba Weekend is okay, but you know, Memorial Day has a lot of meaning, and we're supposed to be commemorating a lot of things. To say that Happy Memorial Day, I always have a wonder about that. The same thing with Happy Veterans Day.
I was thinking
And
the same thing.
What's a Memorial
yeah.
Day? What are we memorializing?
The Civil War dead.
Debt, we're
It
still
started after the Civil War, and yeah,
we're still in debt.
Did you say Civil War?
yeah, that's when it started.
So that's when we
Veterans Day.
celebrate? We take a day off for the Civil War?
No.
What are you, insane?
No. See, you know, Freddie, you're jumping to conclusions as kids from the Bronx tend to do.
Eileen says World War One.
From the Bronx.
No. World War I is Veterans Day. The war ended on the 11th month, the 11th day, the 11th hour in the morning. That's when World War I ended in 1918. But the Civil War, commemorating the Civil War dead, began shortly after the Civil War. And that's where Memorial Day comes from.
So there you have it. We are going to celebrate something in your honor, Civil War, on Monday, I guess.
So I have a Gubba drink in my head.
First of all, let me tell you something. This whole contraption she's putting together, I don't know how it's going to work, but she's going to try to transfer a red, white, and blue drink from there to this glass.
I'm starting with the white. I'm starting with the Gubba Silver. So because Mia
Now-
taught me so well.
Well, hold on a second.
What?
You can't, what are you going to stir it and make it red, white, and blue? You have to pour it in here.
All right, so there's my white. Keep talking amongst yourselves.
Hey, Don, you got to pour it right into the glass.
Thank you. I try to tell her that. It must be the Puerto Rican in me. She don't understand the English.
I
Then I
understand
have
that,
to
but
shake
what's
it.
her?
You'll see. But
Yeah,
I
she's
need
gonna
to
shake
add
it.
a little bit of sunshine, so I need to add a little bit of yellow also. Keep
Okay,
talking.
this is
Okay.
what you call a dawn meltdown. And Josh, you're gonna test it, Josh.
Don,
It all starts with you.
Have you been imbibing prior to my appearing on your show today?
Have I what?
Have you been imbibing prior to my appearance today?
Maybe a little.
What was that? You know,
Hi, Eileen.
I'm disappointed
lady.
you're not here this memorial. I had some
Right.
big plans for you.
Okay.
But
What?
she said you were coming this weekend.
No, I didn't. I said I'm going to come Wednesday.
Okay, so yesterday was Wednesday.
No, yesterday was Thursday, and I'm coming this Wednesday. I don't have a flight yet, but I'm coming.
So where's the white? Like I said, I
This
can't
is-
keep up to this.
This is an interesting. Cheers.
Cheers. Would you like one? Oh, wait. I'll share.
Cheers.
So you're having a Gubba special?
Would you like to try it?
No,
Why?
because I don't know what you put in it. Give me.
Gubba Silver, which is a little bit of coconut Gubba rum. Some red. That's the white. That's our base. The red is the cranberry. A little bit of sunshine because I am Dawn. So we add a little bit of pineapple.
Where'd you get this recipe?
My head. And then the blueberries for the blue. Red, white, and blue, and a little bit of sunshine.
So, are we going to call this cocktail Sunshine at Dawn?
Amen. There you go.
I love that.
You like
that's
that?
very creative. I'm so glad I thought of it.
Sunshine at dawn.
I'm going to tell you something.
Shelly, you can use it for your band also.
The
You like it, right? I got to tell you, it was kind
the
of good.
pineapples is really good. Which Gubba did you use?
I used the silver because it's white. I even opened up a fresh bottle just for the occasion. of
This is really
Sunshine
good.
at Dawn.
Wow.
This
I'm
is
sure.
no
It sounds good.
And now you can get your Gubba rum again at GoPuff in the old Boca Liquors, correct? So right up the street.
I signed up. I signed up for GoPuff. They have an app.
Yeah.
Your Gubba's in it.
Great. And they actually have the inventory, but they don't even know they have it in the store.
Well, it doesn't
It's
matter
really-
that they don't know. As long as I know, it's all that matters.
We'll share it.
True, I guess.
Now let me ask you. You remember in the day when you used to wear? It was the sangria squeezer. You remember those?
Oh,
It was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like a Boone. What's his name? The Boone. The
Daniel Boone?
Daniel Boone. And he used to have that
Yes.
bag, and then he had, and they used to put wine in this thing, and they used to squeeze it and drink out of it.
Yes, I remember that.
You remember that?
Yes.
It's called a
I,
bladder.
I remember it well.
Isn't it called a bladder?
Well, yes.
It was like made out of cowhide or something like that, right? Rawhide
Yes.
or cowhide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe yours was
She
in
has
the
not had any
in
of
the
my
Bronx. They
libations
were
yet
made of
either.
whatever. I would love this drink in that type of deal.
You like it, right?
That is very good.
Thank you.
You get an A for effort and an A for outcome.
Thank
this
you.
is unbelievable.
Thank you.
You get
I
an A
wouldn't
for
think-
alcohol. I'm
I
sorry?
wouldn't think in a million years that your stuff would be this good.
You know the beautiful
You know,
thing
I didn't come here to be made sport of.
Steve, the great thing about Gubba Silver or Gubba Gold, no matter what you put in it, it's delicious. I could have
does
gone
taste
with
pretty
the
good.
Gubba Gold, the Espresso, and Bailey's, but it wasn't the red, white, and blue theme, so I had to stick with the Gubba Silver and go with the cranberry juice, blueberries, and then a little bit of sunshine.
Now, I have another idea. This one, the dark one, with soda, with a Coca-Cola or a
Oh,
Diet
we should
Coke.
let Gio try that.
I think my son is going to try that because I heard
So-
it's delicious.
So you're suggesting a rum and cola. Is that what I'm understanding?
A Cuba Libre.
A Boca Libre.
A
Okay,
Boca
it's
Libre.
not
Very good. A Boca
a
Libre.
Boca Libre.
A Boca Libre because we're using Gubba Gold.
Boca Libre, right?
See, I could never explain to know what we actually do, so I'm glad you're here to experience
Oh,
it.
I love that.
So we are going to do a tent, a Gubba tent, with Boca Libre and music. Oh my God, we can sell tickets to that.
How big is your backyard?
Who has the biggest backyard?
Eileen?
Eileen, you got the biggest backyard?
Sorry.
How much room you need? You need at least 20 feet, right?
No, we need a big backyard.
About 20, it would be nice in a big back.
And it all you need grass, because, right, you have to anchor it, so you need like 20 feet of grass. I don't have 20 feet of grass.
Who has
Shelley,
a big
you got 20 feet
backyard?
of grass?
Anybody over there got a big backyard? You have a big
Look,
backyard?
here. Dr. Fidel is in the house.
You have a
oh,
big-
Steve, I think she came just to see you.
Who?
You have a big backyard?
Lynette.
Where is she?
Lynette, where are you? Steve, yeah, Steve, are you here? We need to say hello to Steve.
I
Go
I
over-
am. Look at the screen.
Go sit in the white chair.
No, you're
No,
good.
no, no, no. Stay there.
Where
Sit
you
in
go?
the white
Go
chair.
sit in the white chair,
You stay
Lynette.
where you were. You sit in the white chair. And don't move her around too much because Spirit gets upset and then it's all over.
Yeah, we've decided we don't let Spirit get upset. So, Steve, when are you coming down? Next weekend?
No, Wednesday.
Wednesday. For how long?
A week. Then I have to go to New Orleans the next Wednesday because we have a meeting with what hopefully could be a very significant client there. And then there's a grand tasting on Friday night, the 10th, and Saturday afternoon, the 11th, called the New Orleans Wine and Food Experience at a place called the Sugar Mill. And it's a great event. They haven't had it in a couple of years, but they're doing it again this year, and it should be a great event. Looking forward to it.
I heard through the grapevine that you might have an opportunity in North Carolina as well.
Boy, the grapevine does get word around, doesn't it?
Well, you know.
In fact, as we speak, the paperwork.
And as
The
soon as
paperwork
that is
right here.
confirmed, I'm taking a long weekend and coming to the unannounced situation party. You're coming
Well,
too.
it's going to take a couple more weeks because I'm
Where
going to
in
be
North
traveling with
Carolina?
some things.
Where?
In Boone, Blowing Rock area, I think.
I don't even know the name of the town. I can't remember it.
I'm thinking up
It's
in that
not
area.
the
Oh, there
Ah.
you are. Okay.
I-
You know what happens if I leave, right?
What happened there?
This is like when Freddie does Sarah's spiritual and he says to her, "Do not wave your hands."
No, this is worse. This is worse. You have no idea. Now, I wanted just to say the doc is in the house because I went to take some food where Linda works. They send bags of food for the Ukraine, cans and stuff like that. So I went this morning with Gio to drop them off, and they filled their container. So they were closed, and they thanked Boca and blah, blah, blah. So I have them still with me, and I asked her to pick them up to bring it to the Archer.
Okay.
So that's why I asked her
Tatiana.
to come down to
Gotcha.
Tatiana. So that's what she's doing here.
All
And
right.
to see Gubba.
Well, Steve, I'm glad you're going to be here on Wednesday. We're going to have to come up with a new drink because I'll finish this one by then.
Well, I will be looking forward to seeing you both. It should be a lot of fun, and hopefully we'll have some good things to talk about. I hope so.
Awesome. It'll be a whole lot of fun.
It always is. with
We're
Stevens
having a
and
big blowout sale here on our art. I hope you got our newsletter that went out bright and early this morning.
As a matter of fact, I got one yesterday. I think didn't I get it yesterday?
No, but it feels
The
like it was
art.
yesterday. It's been such a long day.
Keep drinking the Gubba,
The
baby.
art- The art blowout. What?
We're going to put like a little, what do you call it?
A nipple.
That. That's why you say it and not me.
Put a baby nipple on
no.
it.
Thanks for playing.
No, let's a nip, Freddie, a nip. You can handle that, right?
I have
A
nips
nip.
in the back.
I don't even want to go there.
You know what a nip is, right, Eileen? A nip bottle? Those little bottles, right? They're called
Yeah.
nips.
Those in the back
Isn't that a regular? Isn't that something everybody uses? A term everybody uses for that small bottle, or is it only a Massachusetts thing?
The nip?
Ever
The
heard
nip
what
in
do
the
you call
Bronx.
little bottles, Janelle.
The airline bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Miniatures, minis.
Minis, yeah, minis,
My mom calls it a
airplane
mini.
bottles, minis. Yeah.
That's impossible that your mom calls it a
My
mini.
mom calls it a mini.
She grew up in New York, and we called
Is
it
your mic
nips.
even on? I did not think so.
And we call it nips, right? You remember nips?
We call it not enough.
You call it what?
Not enough.
Much
That's
too
good.
little.
Give me more.
Welcome to the family
Pour-
jail. But
pour
I
me
don't think
another.
he's ever going to let you leave because every time you get up, something goes black.
No, you
So
stay
you're
right there.
staying right there.
Don't move.
Every time this one moves, we go to black. So
Get
she's
a
gotta stay.
staple gun.
Do
What
do
is-
you have a sorceress in the studio today?
We don't know what we got.
We don't know.
We
We
don't
just met her.
ask. Because the more we ask, the darker it gets.
There's
What is
there's a
that
little
bottle?
gremlin. He looks at you and he laughs and he pulls the little
That's
cord
Bailey's.
out
I
and he
didn't think
puts
I
it
was going to
back
put
in.
Bailey's for the white, but I didn't think it was going to go so well with my creation. So I'm going to save that for next week.
You know, sometimes creativity comes in different bottles. The
Yes,
phrase,
indeed.
right? So in the studio today, we got a bunch of different bottles, and they can't move too much because when they move, things get a little wacky. The cameras go out. The
Well-
show went out. Yes, we got nuked. Thank you.
They get wacky because you tend to drink what falls out of them.
No, that's. I don't know where she came up with
You
this.
like it though, right?
I gotta admit, I like it. She was
Red, white, and
mixing
blue.
stuff over there. I don't know what she's doing.
Don't forget, she came up with that chocolate vanilla thing a couple months ago. That was
That
very
was
good.
good. Yeah.
Maybe I can be a
That was real
bartender at your
good.
events. I'm going to find my inner passion. I'm going to hang out with Janelle at her tent and be a bartender.
No, she has to hang out when he comes, and he's the bartender.
We
He-
charge extra together, though, Dawn.
Absolutely. I like this girl. She's all in. You'll be in town when, Steve? When are you going to be in studio?
I could be there Wednesday if you invite me.
What are you
Yes.
doing Wednesday?
This one?
Yeah.
I don't even know what today is.
It's Friday.
Today's the day before Saturday.
All right. Janelle will be here on Wednesday. Lynette, you have to come Wednesday also.
Lyn-
Hey, you're all invited on
you have to
Wednesday.
come Wednesday
You know what we
because-
do on Wednesday? Wednesday is WEMP Wednesday.
Oh, jeez.
Women Empowerment Crypto Wednesday.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Do you read? Hey, Dawn, do you read the Wall Street Journal much?
No.
You ought to take a look at what's going on in the crypto market.
It's okay because
The wo-
it's just about
the-
financial education.
It's sort of like look out below.
It's okay. You know what? The other
I'm
market has doing its own stuff also. So
Well, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The other market dropped 6,000 points, and this week regained 2,000 of it. So you know what? It's up, it's down, it's sideways. It's a long gainer anyway. It's not
just,
a short.
You know, it's about education. All right, you ready to wrap this up? Shelly, I would love for Shelly to take us out if I can maybe ISO on camera 2 since we lost 3.
I don't know what happened to 3.
Josh, can you put 2 over on the banner? Shelly, will you take us out for
What
our weekend
happened to
with
3?
another song? I don't know. You told me we lost it.
I didn't say that. Do we have camera 3 or no?
He's got to get up. So, Steve, you'll be here for a week, so I'm excited to see what's going on with Gubba.
No?
All right, so it's probably unplugged. What we're going to do is we're going to reset camera 2. Not that one.
Not that
Josh,
one.
we have the
Got
one
it.
behind you. Oh, he's moving it out of
He's
the way.
trying to get it out the way.
I know. See what happens when Slick's not here?
No.
I wish you all
Just
much
trying to
success in figuring out your technical difficulties.
That's all we can do. You know, we just got to fly with it because now that Janelle's here, we got all kinds of things flying. And guess who's on her way? Rose is coming too.
Janelle, you get all of the credit. But you know, you knew this was going to happen because you opened up Pandora's box when you're sitting there. You said the word. Okay? I see things. She says, I see things. I see things to me means hello, watch out.
Do they have
Well,
cameras?
remember the movie The Sixth Sense, where the little kid says, "I see dead people."
Kate,
Right
do
now,
they
every
cameras
time you
too?
fade to
Have
black, I
Shelly
get
on
nervous. Maybe you guys got nuked.
All right, Steve, have a wonderful weekend.
And you do the same.
Thank you.
See you Wednesday, buddy.
Have a good weekend.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, you ready to wrap this up, Batman?
You ready there, Russell? You
All
got
right,
you
we
got
got-
sound? Yeah? Okay, let's do
We
this.
got Shelly Brill taking us out for our Memorial Day weekend. Have a safe and wonderful weekend, everyone. We will see you on Tuesday with a special edition coming to you live on Monday.
Yeah, sure. So don't be late. Okay, Shelly, take us out.
Oh, the shark, babe, has such teeth, dear, and it shows them pearly white. Just a jackknife has old Maggie here, and it keeps it, baby, out of sight. You know where that shark bites, ha, with her teeth, baby. Oh, a scarlet billow start to spread. Hey, fancy glove though, where's old Maggie, babe? So there's never a trace of red. Now on that sidewalk, Honduras, Sunday morning, there lies a body body just oozing life, and someone's thinking around the corner. Could that someone be Mac the Knife? Now there's a tugboat walk down by the river, don't you know, where cement bags just drooping on down. Hit the cement is just hit there for the weight. There, if I forget you, 10 old Mac is back in town. Now you're about Louis Miller disappeared, baby. Have the drawing out all his hard-earned cash. Now Mac he spent like a sailor. Can it be? Our boy done something right down. Jenny Diver, Suki Tawdry, Miss Lalinia, hello Miss Lucy Brown. To the line form, it's all the right babe. Now that Maggie's back in town, and I said now, da-da-da-da, ho, ho, Suki Tawdry, ho, ho, Lalinia, oh Lucy Brown. Will the line form on the right babe? Now that Maggie's back in town. Hey, look, old Mac is back at the Brooklyn Cafe in Boca Raton.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
There was a noise from somewhere deep. We heard the sound. It was bittersweet. Voices calling out from an aching heart, getting so much closer by staying apart, singing a song of hope and love that you heard when I heard. I feel what you feel. We will survive. We will stay strong. Love is the word, and hope is the song. The streets are empty, but the sky is clear. You want somebody and can't have them near. Taking shelter where you can when the world is at stake. Alone together, trying hard not to break, singing a song